Hold up, let me even go back. Netanyahu is claimed dead by Iran. This was not that long ago, but longer than, yeah, here we go. March 2nd, Iran and social media started coming out with this one. Naturally, of course, you have everyone fact-checking it, so it's definitely not true because Snopes said it's not, but at the same time, they're also publishing possible stories that Iran's supreme leader has been taken out, whatever. March 2nd, and then just in the past day or so, people have started really questioning this. Let me run it back though. One of the first things that was noticed was Netanyahu missing at a security briefing. All right, so Israel's defense minister, Cant, led today's security briefing. Bibi was noticeably absent. They're talking about it since March 9th strike, they've been rumoring that he's missing. But I have it as far back as March 2nd that we're talking about. I've been getting recommended so much Iranian propaganda, Israeli propaganda. I've been trying to keep like a fresh perspective, but it's the insane amount of propaganda that's going on right now. So here we go, we can watch the security meeting.
אני מברך את הנשיא טראמפ על המכה הקשה שהנחית הלילה צבא האיראני. זאת התגובה ההולמת. תרמוז.
Am I the only one that thinks that flag doesn't look real? What
is
this thing sitting behind them that looks like it's superimposed into there? Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is supposed to be a meeting he was at. Apparently it's not the first one he's missed, but it's not common for him to miss them. And then rumors started really circulating because there was a video. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I could see why some people are a little suspicious about that. I can see that. We've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, a hand glitch. A hand glitch right here at the bottom? Or is that just the saggy old man hands? I don't know. But it also looks like a second instance of something not being right with Netanyahu. Also, what are with these like 3D generated like Israeli things in the background? Where is this actually being filmed? This is in like a bunker somewhere, and that's why this is so goofy. Talking about everyone's talking about the finger. Sure, it does look that way. I'm wondering what's also going on here with this like weird like shape to his hand here where it gets like darker. It looks like a finger pops out of there for a second when he goes to the bottom, and then this reminds me, you know what this reminds me of so much? This reminds me of Trump. When was it? It was Trump AI Oval Office Charlie. All right, so this is the one that really got me. When this happened right away, people said this was AI, and then there's a huge, like every conservative influencer came out and said, no, it's not AI. Yo, conspiracy theorists, you're making that up. Why would they do that? Lo and behold though, I went and rewatched this a few months ago and I thought this was important because it reminds me so much of the Netanyahu stuff. Let me turn this down though.
Filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot.
Horror.
All who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted...
Yeah, all right. So this was his... I'm going to play through this one more time. I'm not going to talk. Watch, and I'm not even going to say what to watch. Just.
And tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty.
All right, his orange is faded to maybe AI. And now I'm going to point it out this time. We watched through if you missed it. Watch the hands right here.
Shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted...
They like completely glitch. They completely glitch. Like they stop existing for a second. And that's not the only one. This is a really solid clip of the hands. But yeah, all right, here you go. This is another good example. Watch the background. I remember the White House one being further back, but you can still see it for the most part. Watch the background up here and those trees.
Are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot.
So I mean, it's little glitches like that. Someone's saying it's a camera artifact. Guys, the hand, like part of his hand disappears. So keeping that in mind, and then you go back and you watch Netanyahu, and it really is the little things, because especially for governments, obviously their tech is not limited by money. Like they can...
וגם מעבר לו.
But that, however, doesn't mean that there still aren't the issues that we see with technology. Someone's saying to play the Trump one in slow motion. I think that's actually a good idea because it does kind of get at that same Netanyahu thing.
Charlie was a patriot.
I think there we see it clearer than anything else. The finger doesn't actually move that much, but it just disappears and comes back out. Okay, so what you're gonna notice right here is that this is the Trump clip from the White House page. And the only edit I have made is that I'm zooming in and out, and I have turned down the volume so it's not as loud and annoying. If we're looking at this clip, when we go to the point where the finger jump occurs, so if we play over where the finger glitch happens, it's not just a glitch. The pinky actually disappears, and whatever that would be, his left ring finger is what becomes the pinky for a second. And then it never really, quote unquote, regrows in the right place where it was before. It becomes a completely different part of the hand. And what you also notice is when you're zoomed in, let me zoom in even more for you guys to see what I'm talking about here. What you notice is that there's almost what I call a bubble that forms. And watch, his hand's normal. And then suddenly, finger glitches and it like expands outward. This area in the center, you notice it right there the most. And then what my wife said, which I thought was brilliant, was you play it backwards, you notice it even more. The finger grows when you play it back. So when you play it forward, your brain will pick up that something weird is happening, but I don't think it can tell quite what. It just feels like that doesn't make sense. When you play it backwards, once again, shout out to my wife, she pointed out completely correctly. This is where you see the most happen. The fingers disappearing and reappearing, growing really. And then on the left side, even with his coat over here, disproportionate movement there, where it like grows, despite the hand not moving very much at all. So let's just play through this again while we're really zoomed in. I want to play it backwards for you guys now. It's impossible not to see it now. We'll play a couple more times though. AI, I don't know what it is with hands, quote unquote AI. God made those things pesky apparently for something to try and replicate, because almost without fail, hands are where you notice AI completely bug out. You can't unsee it now. Even the tie, there's some stuff going on. It totally, like look at the bottom of the tie. Look at the bottom of his tie. We'll zoom in even more. Zoom in even more. It expands. Bro literally grows and the table curves with him. Not just a shadow, we can tell where the line of the table right here. It's supposed to be the line of the table with the shadow, but the hand doesn't get that. It boom, it pops. It's incredible. Shout out to my wife for noticing this one. Finger. Look! You can't not see it. And this finger, she also pointed out, shortens. Those fingers shorten. And mind you, this is a frame, so this is 1/60th of 1 second. So it's not like his finger is moving that fast. All these fingers have like a weird shortening that happens. It's like his knuckles got shifted down 1/2 inch or 1 inch. I don't get it. But, and then right before that, they almost grow. It's so strange. And it's not an opacity cut because we would be able to see the rest of the signs somewhere else. So, keep that in mind when looking at Netanyahu. There's just something that's so off about this, and people, like I said, have pointed out the background. I remember there being a further out one where you can see it more pronounced, but the trees also have some weird shift, and it's not just like a cut. It like almost speeds up and slows down into it. The audio is backwards. What did you do? All right, guys. I'm done listening to people when they say the audio is messed up. And I think we're seeing a lot of that here too. You have these weird like background flag things and whatever this is, and then the 6th finger randomly popping up. And when you're in the middle of a conflict like the one going on in Israel-Iran, I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to admit that your leader is gone, but this, I don't know, something about this seems very odd. So let's continue. So this started becoming a popular thing and they're trying to prove he's not. So he's been posting several videos of the government of has Someone's pointing out this clip. Once again, AI is kind of dumb. It's based on data, right? So when you look at something like his teeth, there's the finer details that have a more human understanding. You need a more human understanding. All right, I might mute this music. 4, you're gonna start noticing glitches. Some people say this could be artifacting, but there are certain points where it seems like some of the teeth disappear when he's talking. I just don't like this zooming. Come on, guys. Here you go. Yeah, there you go. There's too many teeth, followed by less teeth, and followed by too many teeth again. Were his ears always so big? No, they were not. All right, here you go. All right, here we go. Thank you. Just gonna go full nut. All right, can you guys still see this? Yeah, you can. We got ear here, and then we've got his ears here. The ears look skinnier in this one, larger in that one, more pronounced. And then if we were to go to Netanyahu coffee, the frames where he only has 6 teeth are crazy. I know, it's like it's either he has 6 teeth or 50.
מה שאלת אותי?
ראש הממשלה אומרים ברשת שאתה בכלל מת?
אני מת על קפה, אתה יודע מה?
Context clues, I also found, we'll watch it in a second, a translated version of what he's saying here. But context clues, he's already, the first thing they talk about is the 5 fingers.
אתה יודע.
6
מה
fingers,
שאלת
but
אותי?
saying he's
ראש
5.
הממשלה אומרים ברשת שאתה בכלל מת?
יפה, אתה יודע מה? אני מת על העם שלי. נהגים, פנטסטי. לספור את מספר אצבעות?
אתה יכול להראות לנו?
פה, פה. היית?
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
של המסר לאנשים שיוצאים ומתאווררים?
לצאת להתאוורר, אבל ליד מרחב מוגן. והעמידה שלכם היא מדהימה, נותנת כוח לי, לממשלה, לצה"ל, למוסד. אנחנו עושים דברים שאני לא יכול לשתף ברגע זה, אבל עושים דברים מכים באיראן חזק מאוד, גם ביום הזה, גם בלבנון, ממשיכים. אתם אומרים לי להמשיך? אני אומר לכולכם, גם אתם תמשיכו. תמשיכו להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, כל הזמן, להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, וגם לראשי הערים, להיות תמיד ליד מרחב מוגן. ואנחנו נקל ככל שהדבר ניתן. ותודה לך על הקפה, הוא מצוין. אני לא יודע, נראה לי מסוכן מאוד.
If you zoom in on the girl and her earrings, if you zoom in on the girl, her earring changes. We'll have to look into that. First thing I want to say, someone pointed this out. This cup is a champion. It's completely full to the brim, and not a single time does it spill even a tiny amount of liquid, despite this dude waving it around like it's a flag the whole time. And the design doesn't seem to get messed up either in the center of it. He also takes a drink here, and it maintains the exact same height that it was before. Oh my goodness, this is probably one of the worst things they could have done. It gave us too much information. Something else someone in chat pointed out. Okay, so the girl's earring changes. Girl here, her face also looks different in the different shots you see her in. You got the girl there. There's another one where you have her too. I think you have her at the very end maybe? Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Don't troll me. Earrings? Oh my goodness, dude, Twitter is such a... All right, here we go. There's the other one. And the earrings look different here. They look like they had more of a spiked point, and then this one they don't. How are you ruling out he's hiding a Tel Aviv bunker? I think that is very possible that he could be. I think what they're doing right now is they are not telling us the truth about what's going on. I want to believe it's him in a mask. I want to believe it's someone in a mask pretending to be him, but yeah. You can see his hand leave his pocket to show he has 5 fingers on both hands, and then it's going to re-enter the pocket and watch what happens.
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
He goes to put it in, and it like expands up and it like reaches around his hand. Someone else pointed out this is filmed during COVID times, and I think we have to agree with that because there's a scene where a bunch of people are wearing masks in the background, which is not super common anymore. You got a guy with a mask over there. There's another one where you can see 2 other people in a mask, a guy in a mask. The only people not in the mask are the people like the barista and this guy directly talking to him and Net and this dude in the background. Someone pointed out how slow it seems. His eyes are unnaturally sparkly, I agree. His skin also feels lifted, which is why I wanted to say it's a mask. But someone pointed out that it feels like the background's frozen, like no one's really moving. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. But what absolutely got me was Netanyahu coffee. Let's see if someone has a good zoom in on it. You can see in the background the whatchamacallit, the date on the coffee terminal, the sales thing. I didn't want to have to zoom in on it because it doesn't let me zoom in very well when I'm streaming. So if we were to look, there you go, the dump machine's missing a whole row of numbers, that's facts. But at 2 different intervals, you can see that the date on here, which I don't know what these terminals are supposed to look like in a different country, but we can see that the date is supposed to be showing obviously 2026, but it shows a 2024. Now that's an interesting little inconvenience right there, isn't it? Wrong date. Oh, there you go, another guy in the background in a mask. Someone goes, look at his fingers. That looks like the claw of an animal. Like that looks like an animal's claw around that thing. That is freaky, dude. Oh, and they're so wrinkly. So if this is 2024, then what's really going on? Something I was thinking about today in the gym was, I gotta wonder, in a place like Israel, where attacks are imminent, and basically your whole nation is based on one guy who's ruling dictatorially, I wonder if you film propaganda reels in advance for proof of life. I mean, we are talking about a country where they do all sorts of other stuff that's insane. That wouldn't, I don't know how shocking that is, but, or if when the Iran conflict started, they started filming these things, but then that wouldn't explain why the date's 2024. But clearly, either the AI gen is bad and put 2024 in there, or this was previously filmed, or they put the wrong date on. But in any case, I think it's not the proof of life they were hoping this would be for them. He posted a video very recently. This is from his Twitter. And if he's dead, are we free? So he posted this video. This is on the Benjamin Netanyahu Twitter account. Of course, it's followed by Laura Loomer. But it's starting to make me and others wonder, man, this guy is supposed to be leading a war against a bunch of like what the classic 7-front war, currently being bombed to crap by Iran. And you've got time to go walking around the country, flouncing about, filming videos with random Chiquitas that you found. Also, I noticed there's not many young men in these videos, any, if I'm not wrong. So in this video, so just take that as you will. But bro's got a lot of time on his hands, just go bouncing around doing whatever. Let's watch it though.
איזה יופי.
תודה רבה.
תודה לכם. טוב, קצת תספוג שמש. של מי הכלב? איזה סוג זה?
כנענית, ישראלית.
כנענית ישראלית, כל הכבוד. טוב, גם לא מגיע קצת. יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
כן.
יפה מאוד. תראה,
אין על ירושלים.
אין על ירושלים, אין, נהדר.
הוא השתגע מזה.
תשמע, אני זוכר את זה.
אתה זוכר? קוראים לו גיא.
הוא היה זה היה שלום לכם. גם אתם יצאתם קצת להתעורר?
קצת.
מוגן, איפה הוא, את יודעת? כמה צעדים מכאן, מצוין. זה בדיוק.
חד משמעי.
את אמרת הכי טוב. תשמע, הציבור מבין את העניין. אבל הנה הפרט הכי חשוב. יש לנו 2 שירים כאן. מה ששיר ושיר אמרו זה הדבר המרכזי. צריך להבין, זה דורש אורך רוח, אבל זה גם אפשר לפעמים לצאת לרוח, להתאוורר, אבל תמיד להיות ליד מרחב מוגן, וגם פה יש.
Okay, there's a lot that goes on in this one. Man, I was trying to write some notes while we were here. First thing I want to point out is, once again, we're going to see this phenomenon of masks popping up. I'm not sure why that'd even be at this point. Your country's getting bombed. I think that's the least of your worries, having a mask on, but whatever. Take that out of the way. This feels more and more like we're watching, yeah, they've all got masks on. This feels more and more like we're watching a skit. All the chicks just sitting there having a great time while people they know are getting blasted. And Netanyahu just happens to walk up. You've got the aesthetic view in the background. And then what I really dislike, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit more on this clip. What I really dislike is if his face just doesn't move. Like it doesn't move enough. There's something very bizarre about it. And like I said, with the other thing, it almost feels like it's a mask. And his just skin color doesn't look right. Either that is, he's got a lot of makeup on for this. The classic one though that's come from this is the wedding ring. If you watch his hand right here.
יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
He has a ring on, ring disappears for a second. It's really quick, so make sure to be careful.
כולכם מגיע. יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
Wedding ring, no wedding ring.
יפה מאוד.
Just disappears in that same, looks like there's a filter. I could see there being a filter.
יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
כן.
יפה מאוד. תראה, ירושלים.
Disappears and then it reappears. See if we get a better angle at that. Man, the guy's gonna repost it. Here you go, thank you. And then it's gone. And then it looks like there's almost like a vague hint of a ring there, which makes me think this is either it disappears or it's an AI gen not actually registering it's supposed to be there, or it's legit just, it's fake. Like, I don't know what else this could be at this point. When you have these little glitches that get away, it just seems so odd. Lots of masks could mean filmed in advance. That's what I'm starting to think means filmed in advance. The other thing about a mask is it could also be that they're trying to hide their faces to make it harder to identify the people in these videos if it were filmed in advance. But I think it's pretty clear here that the ring disappears for a second because lighting doesn't cause that shift. And it seems like where we see the remnant, yeah, it's like totally gone right there. Although he has only 5 fingers there, so there you go. At least it's AI upscaled, but why? I could agree with that, yeah. But then if it is AI upscaled, why? I mean, yeah, why? Also, bro, how does he have nothing else to be doing right now? Seriously. He looks like a wax figure is what I keep thinking. I really didn't like his eyes at the end of this video.
ואת?
שיר גם.
2 שירים כאן. מה ששיר ושיר אמרו זה הדבר המרכזי. צריך להבין,
While we're here, y'all, I just gotta shamelessly plug the Discord. I promised the mods we would do this. Make sure you guys go join the Discord server. Check it out. We need to put these mods to good work. All right, back. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the people have been noticing, what's his face, Netanyahu posting less on Twitter. Same guy who apparently has time to go flouncing around the country, filming videos in aesthetic places, also has been posting less and less on Twitter. Same thing actually applies to his son, and now this is interesting. Yair Netanyahu was supposedly posting 40-ish times a day on Twitter up until 5 days ago when the last time he reposted something happened. And then he's been completely dark since then. Nothing else has come from him. So what would that mean? I think it's possible that either he's out of the country, or I think the other possibility is he could also have, let's say that Yahoo was dead, he could have also died in whatever happened to his dad. I would likely assume that the two of them would have been in the same place had something happened, like the previous the Ayatollah and his family. But let's check this out though. His Twitter bio is wild. Tonight I spoke with President Trump. All right, here we go. This is his Twitter bio. I was like, wow. From the river to the sea, the flag is all you'll see. Wild, but clearly well connected. All right. All right, I want to show you guys this thing next. Hopefully this actually, oh my goodness. Translation of Net and Yahoo coffee.
Thank you. What did you ask me?
I think they are saying on the internet that you're dead.
I'm dead on coffee. You know what? I love my nation to death and how they behave. Fantastic. Do you want to count the number of fingers?
Can you show us?
Here. There you are.
Do you have a message for the people?
Go out and breathe some air, but stay safe. Your stance is amazing. It gives me strength. The government, the IDF, the Mossad. We're doing things I can't share with you right now, but we're doing very strong things in Iran on this day. Also in Lebanon. We're continuing. You're telling me to continue? I say to all of you, you should continue as well. You should continue to listen to the orders of the Eastern Command. All the time, listen to the orders of the Eastern Command, and also to the leaders of the cities, to always be at hand. We'll try as much as we can. And thank you for the coffee. It was excellent. I don't know about calories. I think it's very dangerous.
UN 2025, and then this scuffed character. I don't know, man. Looks like it's close, but it doesn't look like the same guy. There's enough not going on right. Wasn't convinced before, but I am now. Hey, I'll take that. He's alive and probably with a body double guard and mess with us with this AI. I think what's very likely, to your point, like I've been saying, it could be someone similar build in a mask. We've already, all right, so I need to play the clip. I'm playing the clip.
わからないよ。
あ、この辺りの方じゃないんですか？
あ、そうじゃないよ。イギリス出身です。
イギリス？
あ、そうです。え、ちょっと待ったよ。
仮面屋表の川田です。仮面を売ってます。
That's just one example, though. They go so much deeper. Here's the one that everyone needs to see. This is an old one, too. This is what, 2016, 2017? Now, I'm not saying I 100% think this is what's going on. It's possible, though. Because when I look at these videos in Netanyahu, let's run it back. That looks like a mask. So I think it could be a mask with AI enhancement, or it could just be someone totally different. And this was filmed a while back because of the 2024 on the counter. But you can't tell me that looks 100% organic. It's basically just so bright and saturated. It looks like something's going on there. Okay, but when I have 3 realistic looking masks in my garage, all of a sudden I'm the weird guy in the neighborhood. Thanks for that, Loud Taser. I'm glad we're getting to the bottom of things here.